Warning. This video contains violence, jump scares, suicide, graphic images. Please leave the video. If you don't want to see this, you've been warned.
Blossoms. Beautiful blossoms, growing big and strong by a fallen angel on the bed. I couldn't notice how beautiful this angel has looked, and just realized it now. It was probably because I had never had the right eyes to see this angel's wonders and grace as she laid vigilantly on the floor. It's 12:36 a.m. and I'm already starting to feel shivers and fear down my spine. Sweat slowly dripping down my back. I can never remove the feeling that still comes to my back. I can never pull that feeling. It still haunts me on this day. Fear, anger, guilt, and devastation are the feelings I can ever have right now, and there's no way of destroying them. For another 10 months, Midori, my beloved angel, until she awakens again from a long, breathtaking slumber. She was a glorious and beautiful angel. She was the Eve, and I were the serpent who tricked, ruined, and tormented her. She was beautiful out of all the pawns in Tokyo City. She has a glorious throne placed for her. What I did was burn the throne with her in it. Unfortunately, envious and greed turned me into the serpent who manipulated and destroyed Eve's life. And all it is now is to blame would be the serpent myself. The only good fate that could happen right now is if the god Kami were to grant me a wish so I can stand aside with my angel right now. Akane has been my only flesh and blood that glittered brightly like gold. A piece of gold that I never appreciated and admired until now. I only hope that one day I can learn and turn away from all my regrets and the consequences I faced. I walked over to the boat to my home near Tokyo City, and suddenly pieces of memory fit back in my mind, just like a jigsaw puzzle. And now I realized it was Akane's pride and glory that transferred me into the serpent who ruined her reputation and almost her life. I hope she will be blessed with less pride when she awakens again. Her pride is what made me into this monster in the first place. I'm not the one to blame right now, but her and her actions of pride and devastation of herself, the need of beauty, grace, and desperation of attention. It was all her, not me. I brushed off all the phases of hatred and jealousy off my mind and hopped into the passenger seat of the motorboat to get to my way home. While I was riding on the boat, the driver who was taking me near Tokyo City. The driver was a sheep-bearded man steering the ship. About 20 minutes passed, and I was 10 minutes close to my destination. The sky, however, was a dark purple, and the clouds were unknown of its color, but the visualization was a pinkish purple and more visible because of this color. The oceans were flowing in a soft, vigilant breeze. The motorboat, however, brought heavy waves between each side of the boat structure. I noticed on my right side of view, the moon was not only illusional looking, but there was a horrific face on the moon. What? I can't to see this hour of the night. Although I was pretty sure it was just my hallucination, if logic is actual, that urban legends couldn't exist. What had my fear, however, the most increased was that it was the witching hour right now, making me question more about this moon and whether it was there or just my imagination. I felt my obsession of glazing over this strange moon increasing as it decreases my self-conscious and focus on my surroundings. Suddenly, out of my awareness, it suddenly came back, both my self-consciousness and focus, when I heard a sudden noise of a large sound wave coming from the front of the boat. I turned to my front side of view, only to timidly spot a massive, shadow-like figure appearing out of nowhere in the ocean. I glared at the driver with white, glowing eyes, and then it stared right back at me. The driver was in ghostly shock as he decided to back out. He quickly, without any hesitations, jumped out of the boat and took his life due to his fear of this massive figure. I started to panic since I had no idea what to do, and I didn't even have an experience in steering this motorboat. In fear, I continued looking at the Constitution when it suddenly raised its massive and shadow-like hand, raising it towards the dark purple sky, and then, with a free fall speed, staring down at me. After that, I fell into deep conscious, and the thing I saw before I completely blacked out was a skinny young woman dragging me by the leg across an unknown island filled with so much grass and stones. Something that calmed me down into a meditation of slumber.
To be continued.